So right now, I want to bring in John King. He's former education secretary under President Obama. He spent the last several years running the Education Trust, which tries to close the achievement gap for students of color. He's currently running for governor of the state of Maryland. First things first, critical race theory is not being taught to kids, but Republicans are out there pumping these lies everywhere. Should Democrats be out there using those same social media channels to set the record straight?
Absolutely. We have to make clear that what we're interested in is making sure we teach the truth of our history. I'm talking to you from Silver Spring, Maryland, where I live. It's about 25 miles from where my great-grandfather was enslaved in Gaithersburg, Maryland. That's real. That happened. That's part of our history. Everyone agrees we should teach the truth of our history. What we have to address is this dog whistle around critical race theory that's really being used to send a false message about what's happening in our classroom.
So how much of this education debate, all these people who are saying education is a top priority, how much of it is solely about critical race theory? And how much is it about parents' frustrations over COVID restrictions in schools, learning loss, right? We saw parents saying, why are going to board meetings, not parents screaming and yelling, but saying, why is it that my kid's school is closed and down the block there's a private school and it's open every day in person?
Yeah, we have to acknowledge that in the early days of COVID, there was not adequate commitment from the Trump administration to testing, to masking, to the things that were necessary to help schools reopen safely. We've gotten to a much better place. Schools are operating safely. Now the key is to make up for the impact that COVID has had on kids and families. Parents, including me, we're rightly concerned. How do we make up for the unfinished learning that kids have? And also, how do we address the very real socio-emotional needs for kids who miss that time with peers, with teachers, kids who've suffered at home because their family lost income, lost homes, lost jobs, or even kids who've lost loved ones. We've got a lot to tackle. One of the things I've called for is a national tutoring corps. I think we should mobilize young, recent college graduates, retired teachers to provide intensive tutoring so we can help make up for some of that unfinished learning.
Then given what happened in Virginia, education is core to your platform. Is it causing you to recalibrate your own strategy or double down on it?
It's really a matter of doubling down on the importance of education to the health of our economy and our democracy. I hope people will look at our plan at johnkingforgovernor.com. What they'll see is a commitment to universal, affordable, quality childcare. That's an education investment because of the research on early childhood development and how much it matters for kids' long-term success. But it's also an economic strategy. If we want folks to be able to work, we have to make sure they can access affordable childcare. We need to invest in K-12 if we want to have the workforce we need for 21st century jobs. We have thousands of open jobs in cybersecurity in Maryland and across the DC metro region. We can fill those jobs, but folks need good training. And that starts with quality high school career ed programs, quality programs at our community colleges. So education remains core to the Democratic message. We just have to make sure we're clear about how we're trying to make sure government is a force for good in people's lives.
Social and economic mobility start with a foundation of strong education. John, always good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Coming up.